Hi guys, this is Jenna and I am back again today and see if I can let Scott know we're live. He'll be popping over here soon. Having a little bit of technical difficulties in getting everything straight. So today I'm actually going to be polishing up a few of the ones that there's Scott worked on before. Let me share my application screen here. Let's get Scott going live. And ooh, we put him in a different order. Online. On the line.
On the line. Oh, a little reverb going there.
Oh. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, now it's fine. That was weird. Just the initial kick. You know, I was here. I've been here the whole time. I just forgot to look up.
Oh. All right, let's see if I can get having issues getting my screen in the right spot. Let me take you down. Will that change anything? Put you back up. Boom. Okay. I have to put you in and then the picture so I can make the picture big.
Got it.
Small things, right?
Absolutely. Another day exciting building funnels in less than an hour.
I am. And so you've tolerated me here. How's that been going? Like, what have you thought about the last 2 days?
I think it's pretty fabulous, actually. I think all the comments I've gotten from those outside of the live have been how fabulous that it's been. Number one, how intriguing it is and what really needs to be done. And then the other side is that when you actually know what you're doing, you can build it really fast and you can do some really good things. And the other main comment, I think, is it's not about perfection. Yeah, I know. It becomes ready, fire, aim. It becomes get it out there. The only way that you can get any feedback. And it's really interesting because I teach it in training all the time. The only way you can get any feedback is to take an action. And you can't, you don't know how to modify the action until you take the first action. So I had a coaching client at one time that we were in the heat of a big coaching session, and she said, "I'm stuck." And I said, "Awesome, move." And she said, "No, you don't understand. I'm stuck." I said, "No, I'm pretty sure I understand. Move."
I understood that perfectly.
And she said, "No, I'm really stuck." I said, "No, I know you are. Really move." And she said, "What are you saying?" I said, "Can you feel your right foot?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Then move your right foot." And she said, "Okay, I did." I said, "Good. You're no longer stuck."
And simple, right?
And I think a lot of times that people forget that sometimes taking, again, for the most part, we're rarely going to take the exact right action the first time.
Oh, you have to start somewhere to know where you're even at.
Exactly. You know, I'll go back to when Sean and I were working on our U+1 logo. We had an initial idea of what it would be, and all of a sudden, then it evolved and it refined and it did this and it did that, and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you go, "Man, that really resonates. That really works." But there's almost no way to get to that spot without kind of some of the crud in the way, the crud on the way, right? You just got to kind of keep on pushing through it. So
very cool. No, I'm glad that that's yoga. Yeah.
A little bouncing on the audio there. I didn't hear you. I think we're getting a little internet stick.
Patience of the internet.
Yeah. So what you creating there?
So I went to finish Rayanne's page from the other day. Awesome. And I was just not happy with one of those kind of one of the images we had, but I wanted to Before I get started on the next level for her, right? I wanted to be able to copy the page. So the nice thing about funnels is it makes it very easy to copy one page and start from there.
Absolutely. Just so you know, we now have international impact. My good buddy Jeff Nicholson is on from the United Kingdom. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Thanks for joining us live. Yeah, there's a little. We're bouncing back and forth with our internet connection today.
Now I'm going to move again. So I came in here because it's a little cozier in my office. At my office, I've been working from the sofa the last 2 days. Where do I want to sit? I just want to sit somewhere different. Is that bad?
That's what happens when you have a big office like yours. You can go all those different spots.
I know. Look at this. I can't even decide. I want to work over here, but I want to on the other side. My husband came in and he was like, he got me some pictures for the wall and something else. And he was like, which one's your office? Because I have like 2 very large offices and one I turned into a conference room. But he was like, which one's yours? Where's your desk at? And I was like, well, there's a big desk in this office for whoever has a meeting, like a sales meeting with a client. And there's a conference room with 10 chairs. But, you know, I have 2 sofas. I've got a desk in the reception area. I've got 24 seats in my training room. And my desk is wherever I feel like sitting that day.
That's the way it should be.
It's when I was in interior design, it was really interesting because all the research says that a very what do they call it? Democratized space. So not having the offices on the windows for the big CEOs and everybody.
Right.
That you take the best spot in the office with the best view and you keep it open and you make that the break room and the open office area. That's never what anybody does, right?
Would make some sense, so absolutely.
Right? But it creates this area where people can come together. All right, so we're going to take that. So we're kind of going back to what I was saying, is I am creating a book cover so I can finish the one image for her.
Nice.
And then that way we can just copy paste that page over and make the rest of her website really fast. So let's make this.
That looks awesome. Again, I think a lot of people think, gosh, this is, you know, so complicated and so this and so that. It really isn't. What it is knowing what to do and having the expertise, or not even, you don't even have to have the expertise. You need to know who to find that has the expertise. You know, these book covers and things like that, somebody starts with a picture at some point and finds something that resonates with them and that they really like. It shares the messaging the best it possibly can. And so again, sometimes you do a few little tweaks. It's what you do with titles. It's what you do with subtitles. It's what you do with all that kind of stuff. So
that is everything. Like everything's just a manner of just try it. Like here's the thing is somebody will say it doesn't work, but they never built it out the whole way. Not even like a low level one.
Well, that's, you know, I mean, it's very interesting. One of the things that I did this morning for U+1 Travel Club is I changed the Facebook banner picture.
Nice.
Why? What's that?
Nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I basically do it once or twice a week. I'm changing the banner because it's a different visual. It gets people talking. It gets people seeing it, freshening it, liking it, going, hey, I really like the look of that. Boy, I'd like to be in that place. It allows them to do a little daydreaming and a little vision casting. Sometimes from a coaching side, we talk about vision casting. Well, really, that's what we do in a lot of presentation is we put out the vision we're trying to accomplish. Sometimes it's for us and sometimes it's for our customers or our clients. But I know that all of a sudden it was really funny. 2 weeks ago, I changed it to a ski scene.
Oh, what?
Now, a ski scene.
Okay.
So it was people skiing in the Alps. And here we are in Dallas, Texas. It's about 2,000 degrees, right? I mean, it was hot as could possibly be. But I had more people reach out to me and say, why are you putting up a ski scene? Well, the whole point is they now recognized that there was a change. It created a conversation. And isn't that what everything is all about? It's about creating relationships. Like I say my good buddy Jeff Nicholson is saying hi from the United Kingdom. I mean, that's pretty awesome to think that 6 hours ahead of us, he's catching this little technology piece that's going on here on how to build funnels and how to do everything. And he's doing some amazing work over in the UK on fatigue syndrome, chronic fatigue syndrome, and so many different things. In fact, I got to catch up with Jeff. Jeff, we need to set up a virtual coffee so that we can see what's going on in your world so we can be of greater service to you.
Absolutely.
But that's the exciting part of what's going on here and why this is a fun project to do with you, because you're down there focusing so hard and I'm just chatting away. So
well, I was and I took just a moment to go over and pull the link so that I could share it with Ray Ann, since we're glancing at hers. And the other thing I wanted to do while we're here working on yours, and I wanted to show everybody in real time, is you sent me over that wonderful list, right? With, what was it, 101 tips?
101 tips. Now we got to figure out the right name, but it's 101 tips that how to be more effective when you're speaking.
Well, think about a good name.
Well, I was thinking about that yesterday, and I don't know that I came up with the one that really hits me, so, but it's really 101 tips to be more effective when you're speaking, when you're presenting, when you're sharing a message, when you're casting a vision. There's a whole bunch of different things, and there are little intricacies in that name as to who you're going to attract with it.
Oh, so, absolutely. Well, who do you want to attract the most? You said like speakers, like you named off a bunch, but what is your prime target?
Well, what's really interesting is I have had so many people say, you've done 2,000 live events. You've spoken in front of tens of or hundreds of thousands of people. Can you help us with that? And the answer is, well, of course I can. Sure. And so I haven't necessarily focused on that enough or a lot, but it seems like that's what's bubbling up as we put these things out into the marketplace. As we talk about this more and more, people say, I really could use some help sharing my presentations. I could really use my help being more effective in how I share my messages and my messaging and things like that. Everything in life is a presentation. And quite frankly, everything in life is a sale. A sale is simply the exchange of a product, good, or service for an amount of money or its equivalent. Now, that's the Webster's definition. But what it really is you relating your position to somebody else for their consideration. That's it. So even when we're doing this and you're creating funnels, that's all we're doing. You're creating a message here, freedom from pain. That's something I'm interested in. Pain is no fun. Let's avoid pain. So with what Ray Ann's doing here, she's doing some really important stuff. Same thing with Jeff over in the UK. Why is he so passionate about helping folks with chronic fatigue syndrome? Because he lived it. And so, we tend to want to communicate those messages to serve others in something we've gained some expertise in that many times, quite frankly, we wish we didn't have the expertise in.
Oh, look at what Relay that did. It made the iPad cover blue. Oh, that is so cool.
Yep.
It's the small things.
Little stuff. Little bits.
Happy. I forgot the name. I kind of want to look at this. Relay that creator. Really, it
Good
says
morning,
it.
Dwayne. Thanks for joining us.
Craig Carpenter did that. And he actually is one of the reasons I started doing AppSumo reviews. Is I wanted like a really good review that I could trust,
Right.
instead of it feeling like it's just somebody popping out information to sell product. I wanted to know that when I reviewed an AppSumo deal, that I could give it to our Business Growth Network members.
Right.
Instead of saying, here, just buy this shiny object, I could be like, okay, now this one's legit. If you don't have a social media scheduler, you don't have a program like this, like with Relay that can pop out images really fast for you, get it, right?
Well, I think that becomes the key is, and that's really what U+1 is. You asked the other day, it's the trusted, vetted resource network, right? Which is what Business Growth Network is, which is why we've come together, because we're working in a similar desire to serve people so that, quite frankly, we only have so many hours in the day, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so if we can go to a trusted, vetted source to find the tips, tools, techniques, things that we need, we're going to be far better off than if we just have to hunt and find it ourselves. So again, there's a...
Image, you know how short it is.
What's that?
I don't like how, what do you think? So see how short that is? I think a square would be better here.
Yeah, I think a little more,
But
a little
here's
more
the,
size.
watch this. Without even like changing much. Let's see if I can pick a square image. Boom. And my picture's nearly done. It is done. And I didn't have to do anything else.
Yep. Awesome.
Add a border maybe.
Yeah, give it a little dimension. That's nice.
Black there. I got a white iPad. That's an overlay. I think that's going to change it. Nope, I don't want nice and bright. And then it's done. Just like that. I didn't have to do any additional formatting. I was like, hey, I think square would be better. And square it is done. Now she's got another picture. That'll be great. Look at that. Except for that part right there. Damn it.
Yep. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it to pop in.
What are you waiting to pop in for?
There it is.
Oh.
Well, I'm waiting for the picture to pop in on my screen so that I can see it.
Oh.
I'm watching your screen go, but that you were wherever you were working on it. I couldn't exactly see what was going on.
All right, let's try square. I think square works better.
Yeah, it's a good look.
And then we're going to give this just a little
more dimension to even it up.
Just a little bit of space. All right, let's save that. And let me take a look at it. And aside from not having her free download done yet, it should look all spiffy. So I've got the headline the way, or the header the way I want. I'm not really, so this is like a very tiny logo, but especially on a landing page, logos are not important. It's more just to make us feel better. That is a great landing page.
That's an awesome landing page. It says exactly what it is. I can tell you, I'd like to know how to be free from pain.
Oh,
as we become more mature. What's that?
Have you talked to Rayanne about her stuff? It's simple.
No.
It's so simple, and it's the stuff that doctors just get frustrated, so they stop telling you because you want like a simple pill to pop or a surgery to make it all go away. It's stuff like breathing, walking.
Breathing is a huge thing. Actually, I have a friend who is the #1 seller on all of PBS with her course, all of PBS. She outsells Wayne Dyer and everybody else, and part of that is breathing for sure. So, well, I think that there's a cross section of people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're tired of hearing all the stuff, and way too often we attack symptoms. We don't attack cause. And we also, we being human beings, kind of look for the easiest way out. And
Yeah.
somebody has convinced us that popping a pill is the easiest way out. And unfortunately, it's not, because the vast majority of them are not natural. Our body is not built to take in synthetic. It's designed to, that's called the immune system. It's designed to identify synthetic and crush it. And
I was participating in a market research study. It was really interesting. It was it was ultimately for baby formula, but there was a study that came out in the scientific community, and when they dissected infant brains, they found that all of the vitamin A in the brain, 95% of it was organic vitamin A compared to synthetic vitamin A. So it meant the brain only takes in, for the most part, pure vitamin A, natural vitamin A. So all that fake stuff that they come up with that they think that will be the same, it's just not. Just not.
See, I mean, you come to learn how to build a funnel and you get a health lesson along with it. Just the way it works.
Yeah.
No, I mean, well, but no, I totally agree. I think that, I mean, from a standpoint of, that's what business is. It's really, how do we help one another? How do we serve each other to the very best we possibly can? People try to make business so dang hard, and it's really not as hard as people make it. The point is, you've got a problem, you offer a solution.
Right.
It's up for consideration. The more that you can get people to raise their hand and say, I've got this problem, and the more clear and succinct you can make the solution, the faster it all happens. Novel concept. It's
so
called
right now I'm adding the URLs to the menu. So now that we have our homepage, I want that there. And then we've now defined, this is actually, let me close this one out and save it. I don't want to get them confused. And this is going to be our story about pain relief therapy.
Nice.
I'm going to actually leave this part because I want there to constantly be that call to action, right?
Yep.
So I'm actually going to leave a lot of that right there, and I'm going to insert a block. We'll start with a wide block, and we're going to leave it in white so we can kind of like flow right into the story. And we're just going to replicate this here.
Nice.
Let me go to her story. There it is. Let me just take a little chunk here.
Very interesting.
I know. You know, we're going to take this line right here and turn that into our headline. Where's my white one? Here we go.
So part of the keys in all this, obviously, is starting by writing your story, having the information available and the consistency that comes with it. I mean, obviously, you want to be telling the same story consistently across all platforms.
Yeah, and if you come up with one really good one, that becomes easy, right?
Yep.
I'm a big fan of that story brands. It's just such a simple method to do your story and come up with it. And here's the first thing, just write your story down and take out all the BS. Take out all the, oh, I want to help people through insurance. No, you don't. You might want to help people, but insurance has nothing to do with it. Insurance might be the tool, but what is the story that actually got you there? What do they call it in comic books? The origin story.
Right. Yeah, I got bit by a spider. Dang it. No, I'm just kidding. The the well, and again, I've shared the story with you about how Sean and I developed the thought behind U+1. It was something that we actually lived. And as people who have a desire to um, see people do really well, I mean, we're we're the cheerleading section for mankind, womankind. You know, how can we really um, just get behind people and lift them up the very best? People deserve to live their greatness. You know, we've all been put on the planet with a task to do. Whether we recognize it or how we say it is a different, can be a different thing. But the fact is, you know, we all have things that we're very passionate about, and we're typically pretty passionate about those things because of the stuff we've overcome in our lives, not necessarily um, not just because. I mean, we've been up against it, we've beat it, and so we want to um, share with other people. We don't want anybody to have to go through what we went through.
No.
I can tell you, I don't want to go through what you're doing on building funnels. You already know this.
Dude, and I know you call on me, and I'm like, I can't. How does he do that?
No, well, no, you know, I mean, but I mean, that's again why we've all been uniquely built to use our genius, whatever that is. It's okay that we don't have the same genius. It would be kind of boring if we all had the same genius, quite frankly.
How about that? Well, that's a little. Some paragraphs would be nice.
Yeah, paragraphs at least. It's one run-on sentence, but other than that, it's awesome.
Let me give it. Oh, you know what? I think that is in settings here. Yes, let's give it some space.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nobody wants to see a big garbled text block. You got to break that stuff up. But I ended up keeping that
Nice.
just on the side.
With another call to action on it.
Same call to action too. Just gave it a little bit of.
Like it.
I'm going to give this a little formatting space. So it kind of lines up with that text over there. But again, we're always bringing them back. Like when you are building a funnel, here's the thing. You're a sales guy, so you understand there is a sales process, right? And if you know that every single time you do a certain thing, you can get somebody to the next sales process step, that is all a funnel is a sales process that you've just laid out very, very specifically. You're just taking people through that specific customer journey step by step. So if I positively know that the first thing that people need to do, and let's say Rayanne's her story here in her sales funnel, in her sales process, is they need to find out and they need to understand is an alternative to pills and shots and surgeries, then I want them to get this information. And then that just becomes a sales process. A sales funnel is a sales process. The next step is they download that piece of information and they are essentially indoctrinated and they are educated that, you know, there is another alternative. So now they can consider the next step. That's all a funnel is. So everything in your basic web page, your basic, you know, home pages, your home, your about, your contact us, the only job is to get them to the next step. That's it. That's it.
There's seven steps in the selling cycle. And so basically all you're doing is walking people down through the selling cycle, first exploring the field and getting people to raise their hand. You ask them questions, you develop it, you nurture it.
Isn't that amazing?
You do all sorts of different things ahead of, or you should, quite frankly, do all sorts of different things ahead of making your presentation. I want to know what you want, what you need, want, and desire before I ever start offering you solutions. So again, when you say, when there's a statement like freedom from pain, I raise my hand. I want that. Okay, so now that's the first step. You have something that I want. You have something that I potentially need. Now, am I ready to take the action yet? Not totally. That's why I need some more information. Well, that's exactly why, quite frankly, sales, it's what I've done with my clients and with the folks that I train is I gave the Webster's definition of selling earlier, the exchange of a product, good, or service for an amount of money or its equivalent. Now, a little bit sterile, I get it, but I created my own heart-centered selling definition of sales, and that's education through communication without manipulation. What that really does is it turns us into a teacher. We're an educator. Rayanne's task in what she's doing with Pain Freedom is being a teacher of the process. Are you experiencing pain? Yes. Do you like it? No. Would you like to do something about it? Yes. The only thing I know to do about it right now is take a pill. Would you prefer to not take a pill? Yes. I understand the hazards of synthetics. If that's the case, let me educate you on how you can do it, achieve the goal, which is pain freedom, but do it in such a way that you don't blow out a liver on the way. You don't have 14 different side effects. I think it's almost comical. It's actually sad in my opinion, but I think it's almost comical that in a 1-minute drug ad, 45 seconds is disclaimers on the other body parts that are going to fall off if you take it. And yet we've become so desensitized to it. You say, oh my goodness, if I can have this relief for 12 seconds, I'm okay with my arm falling off.
My favorite one is like the one for growing your hair. Like you want to improve your balding, but you're willing to have like disgusting things happen and be,
Right.
more susceptible to bleeding out. I'm like, you want to be what?
Yeah, it just is. But again, I mean, they've figured out how to, if you really want to look at how to present something, you also have to look at that because they've figured out how to get past the objections. So much so that you just go, yeah, well, my liver won't shut down. Your liver can shut down. And if it does, it's not good. It's not good. So, again, I mean, there are some industries that have figured out how to get around objections and how to sensationalize victory more than the cost of getting there, if that makes sense. So again, quite frankly, I'm not a fan of that. In fact, I despise the way of doing that. What I want people to understand is here are your choices to get where you want to go. That's what building an effective funnel does. Is it identifies the problem, it shares and gets my buy-in to the fact that I don't want that problem. It gives me the opportunity to make a difference in my life on that particular situation. Now we can have an educated discussion about what's the next way of doing it. Again, quite frankly, people who are watching this can sit there and say, well, I'm not so sure that funnels work. Okay, you can say that. It's pretty well proven they do. So wouldn't it make sense? I said it a couple days ago. How many of you don't know what you don't know? Is it fair that somebody knows what you don't know? Is it even possible we might know what you don't know? there's not a doubt that a well designed funnel is an amazing process to share your message with more people more efficiently. That's what it really comes down to. We only have 86,400 seconds in a day. How can we use that more effectively? Build a great funnel.
Absolutely right. And what I hear people is they have lots of excuses.
Well, again,
even my husband, like, I'm an attorney. I'm above all the sales stuff. And then when you break it down, I'm like, baby, you've got Google Ads. What do you think that is? You've got a landing page. In fact, you have a long form sales letter. You just think because you wrote it and not an expensive copywriter that, you know, it's somehow better than everyone else's funnel. I was like, you just got lucky. And because you have, oh my gosh, she has so many degrees, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a law degree. I was like, you just think you're above the sales process, but you're not.
It's always about communicating. People do business with those they know, like, and trust. If I don't know you, I don't like you. If I don't like you, I don't trust you. I have to trust you to do business with you. So therefore, it's incumbent upon first getting people to know you. Then you get them to like you. And because they like you, now they're willing to start trusting you. Trust is hard to earn, easily lost, and that's why the definition of heart-centered selling is education through communication without manipulation. People get manipulated all the time, and it's a travesty. It's not right. You know, let me educate you on what we're doing. U+1 is about how do we educate you that these tools, these people that we associate with, these brands and products that we use, we have vetted. We know these people. We trust these people. Now, have you ever had a trusted relationship go bad? Well, if you haven't, you probably haven't lived life. Now, you do everything you can to mitigate that and make it as good as you possibly can. Align yourself with quality people. It's why you align yourself with people that, you know, on a selling process. As an example, I've shared with you, and we're going to build this into our funnels, that we've aligned with Sherry Tree, Esther Wildenberg, and Bank Code. Why have we aligned with them? Well, they're great people. They've got a great system. And quite frankly, there are people who need the knowledge that comes in that system. So yes, we're sharing it with our market, with our folks. Why are we sharing it with our folks? Because again, we've created the relationship, and we want to make sure that other people know these are good quality people, and they've got a great process. So again, that's what a lot of what we're doing here together is we're sharing how do people succeed bigger, better, faster.
No, absolutely. And it's exciting when you can get somebody to that point.
Well, it's also what the Business Growth Network is about too, right?
Yes. That was born out of just frustration. Like, I had created some training for people who couldn't afford my services as a full agency, but I wanted to help them get there, right?
Right.
And David was like, I'd like to do some training, but I don't want to have to build it. And I was like, I don't want to have to drive traffic to it. I was like, great. And, you know, over 2 years, we worked with a small group of people really in-depthly. And, you know, instead of trying to launch something like some of these people who, you know, launch on like Warrior Plus, and they're just selling you something to sell you something, and they don't really care about your long-term success or anything like that. Ours was the opposite. We worked really in-depthly with people. And now we're like, I created this 30, like if you had 30 days to either start, relaunch, reset a business, what would you need to do on a bare basic level And the only problem I'm still having with that one is people are forgetting that those first day's objectives, those tasks, are meant to be done daily. Like there are
Right.
some things you have to do outreach daily. There's no magic, like you know this in sales. There's no magic sales pill where you just do something and it automatically turns out, regular business.
No, it's interesting you say that because this morning I was going through a checklist in my mind of what are the steps I need to take today to move U+1 forward as a umbrella brand. What do I need to do to move our travel club and our travel savings passports forward today? What do I need to do to move bank code forward today? And so there's something that needs to be done for each portion of your business on a daily basis, whether that be the phone calls associated with it, the confirmations associated with it, all the different things. I mean, we saved an organization yesterday $6,000 on the cruises that they're purchasing for their top 10 people.
Nice.
Awesome. It's exciting. So they've got the bid, they've got everything in front of them.
Cruising is exciting. I don't know. I wish somebody would have told me a long time ago how awesome a cruise is. Now, I will say this. I've never been on a Carnival cruise, ever. I went, I'm older now. I'm not a party girl. I was like, I'm going straight for the relaxation. I'm going straight for Royal. I just want luxury and easy. And we got on that boat. And I did it because I was speaking at a marketing conference that was on a boat. It was like a special VIP intensive. And oh my gosh, like 5-star meals every single evening, like formal dinner setting. Like these things make me happy, right? Like fine china and steak and snails that are like better than the ones I had in France, made by a French 5-star chef.
Right.
Activities for everyone.
See, that's why This is why
I could get good internet, I would live on the boat. I would homeschool my kids on a boat and we would just hop boat to boat to boat.
Exactly why we have the travel club as part of the U+1 offering, because I've been very fortunate to do many, both those and yacht charters. And that's where I want my office. And by the way, there's great internet available. So the fact is that's where the office is moving as things come together, because that's the beauty of this, right? Is we have an opportunity to live our life to the fullest and to do everything. And the internet is the great equalizer. We can do all sorts of different things. So that's why I love talking to my clients and my customers, about the things, just seeing your joy as you were describing all that. That's what it's really all about. Right?
Man, like
you get all geeked out about building. I know you get all geeked out over building a funnel. I get all geeked out about somebody being happy about one of the vacations we put them on, or we let them know is available that they didn't think that they could do at the price available. See, we're saving money for people left and right, and saved money is made money. What can you do with that saved money? You can put it back into your business. You can get a funnel. You can get the marketing. You can do also. Guess what? You can do both. Now, isn't that awesome? That's right. Or you can get more cruises. Just all depends on, again, we're supposed to be having fun doing what we're doing. We're not.
If you're not having fun, you've got
exactly.
to go away. Like.
That's exactly it. So again, that's why we offer the travel savings passports, to give everybody $500 worth of savings just to try it out. Prove it to yourself how much fun you can have when you save $500.
I will say I'm actually like a little off topic here. I'm reading Rayanne's copy here. I'm impressed. She basically wrote an incredible long form sales letter.
Nice.
Using the StoryBrand book. And it's amazing. It's truly like now it has a few more calls to action that I would ever recommend for a long form sales letter. But I mean, the bottom line is this is more for about section and an overall. So that's not going to kill me there. Wow. In fact, I think I'm going to change the word about to services, maybe, or I don't know. Let me think of a clever word for that. But look at this. And so we copied it, and I actually took out the white one because I want the pages to look very similar. So we kept the same style of headline, brought the same image and the same call to action over, but we started layering on her long form sales letter essentially here and then breaking it up. So in the same way the other one was broken up into different spaces, we use the same, like the water background, her same image. So the scent is always there, and we just reformatted a few things, added some columns, and put her sales letter so that when you go through and you're reading about her, you're seeing the offer on the right here. You're seeing who she is so that you can make a personal relationship with an actual person, a human. Because I do like to say that, like, it's not business to business, it's not business to consumer, it's all human to human, right? And that's kind of what we're talking about. People want to deal with people. Right. I've got the testimonials, the social proof over here. She could definitely add some more, and she's working on that one right now. We're talking about it. And then we've taken the opt-in like section here again, and we're just adding 2 columns, and we're having the call to action again. I'll add some text. It'll be awesome. Like, this is just over and over again. It's just taking the same content and then adding what needs to be added to each page.
That's awesome. See, what a great formula. Just so you know, I can't see your production screen. I'm seeing you and I'm seeing me. I'm not seeing the production screen.
It disappeared. How long has that been that way?
A couple minutes, but we got excited. We were talking about stuff.
Oh.
But that's why I just wanted to. I thought maybe you had dropped it off.
Okay, now it's coming back. Boom. Boom.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, it was a surprise.
I just described all of that. And you know what? Now, man, now I feel like this is more the home page. This one is awesome. And then I could just take it. I just need, oh, man. I'm trying to think if we even need all these different pages right now.
Well, again, more succinct it gets, the better off it is.
It is. So we only have a few minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. This is pretty much done. But one of the things I wanted to show everybody here is I'm going to go over to my Design Pickle account. I'll drop a link. I am an affiliate for this. That is my disclosure. What is it with my screen? It just like dropped it again.
Yep. It's dropping it every once in a while.
So let me try that again. Design Pickle. All right. So I am an affiliate. I do make money if you click on the link, but I really don't care. That's not the point. So I'm signed in here. This company, so instead of having to hire an expensive designer, now I will give the caveat, they don't do logos well, but for all the other stuff you have, once you have a logo, once you have branding, especially if you have a brand guidebook, and if you don't have that stuff, hit me up and I'll hook you up. But you can come in here and they will make any image you want. And I believe, let me go back to their page, Design Pickle, before I log in here, pricing. For one flat price of $370 a month, you get unlimited images created.
Wow.
Unlimited brands. So like U+1, you could have 5 brands under that. You do have to get, so you get free stock photos, but they're the basic ones, but you can add on the premium Getty images. But it's amazing. I've been having them do all my my lead magnets for me and my clients and all of the massive amount of templates that we have in Business Growth Network Insider. So we're going to call this U+1 lead magnet. Print. You can see that pops up audit. That's pretty much all I do for the most part is these printables. Speakers and trainers is the audience. Inspiration. U+1. It's not the best one, but.
What are you looking for?
Plus. We don't have that published yet. I was looking for something that was a good one. I'm just going to use previous templates, but use new branding below.
Very cool.
Need a printable lead magnet similar to others. Template for most pages and a cover that is unique. A book cover.
Nice.
Cover. What is? Let's think of a title.
What do you mean? What's in the title?
Well, title for your 101.
100 tips for more effective presentations.
No one wants to be effective. What do they really want?
Make more money. To make more money speaking.
"101 speaker hacks to make more money speaking." Sound good?
Yeah, but I would almost just go 101 speaker hacks to make more money, as opposed to make more money speaking.
Just
right?
more tea, more caffeine.
I like it.
The reason I have you around, author. Who wrote it?
Collaboration. How do we want to put that?
Scott Schilling and who?
John Childers.
Spelled John, John or Jon?
John.
Last name?
Childe. Childers.
Okay. Anyone else?
Nope.
Okay. Logo attached, and use those colors for branding. Document attached as well for copy. All right, if you want to send me any images of like the one you would want to use for you and the one you'd want to use for John, just pull it from his Facebook account. We're going to give it a high priority. I don't need JPEG. I don't need PNG. I do want a PDF, and I want the original so you can change it in the future if you need it.
Got it.
Do I still have your U+1 in here? I think I ditched it. So many.
I can send you logos.
There we go. Send me a logo and then any images you want in it.
Okay.
Mostly just the logo. And I'll let them. Yeah, logo in the picture of you and John. I obviously don't know John, so I can't pick a picture of him. Okay,
I get. You know what? I got one. I gotta grab. It's gonna take me a minute to grab it. But I know which one I'll grab.
All right. Let's see where that document is. I think I just. Is it in my downloads? No, it's not. I have it here somewhere. It was so awesome. All right, let me save this file. Save. Let me save it to downloads. So I can bring it up here. Boom. All right, we're going to upload the document. I'm going to go over to your existing U+1 account. Grab the logo, which is black.
Oh, it's because it's transparent. I'll give you. Tell me what you
want.
I
got it right there. Save image to downloads. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as my children would say. All right, those are the big ones right there.
But I think that logo says lifestyle, right? U+1 lifestyle.
2 minds, 1 heart.
Oh, that's the right one then. 2 minds, 1 heart is the right one.
There's Sean. Pictures aren't loading. That's what you get when you go with Kajabi. Come on now. All right. So I'll add some photos. find photos for me. That way they can kind of like mix it up.
I'm doing it.
Doc, add some speaker business, traveling lifestyle photos throughout to break up the text. Dum 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 dum. All right, you got some images for me?
I'm grabbing them. My system's not as fast as yours. Sorry.
Let's see what we got here for your tips, man. I was reading through a couple of them. I was like a little shocked. I was like, did he already have them? Did he just make them on the fly?
No.
Find commonalities. People like people who are like them, and people believe and trust people they like. Try to discover attitudes, likes, dislikes, family backgrounds, experiences, personality, virtues, or quirks, career goals, values that you have in common with others, and emphasize those commonalities. People reason that if you're like them in some ways, you're probably like them in other ways. Therefore, they begin to transfer trust as a friend to friend. Boom.
Exactly. That's the
omit war stories.
Easy.
Some people fall in temptation of telling war stories, sharing inside jokes, and recounting wonderful things they once did. Ah, okay.
All right, let me get these to you.
Okay, we're waiting.
I'm trying.
We're waiting.
I know.
I'll go work on Rayanne's for a little while here. Let's see. Her story. We have the last little bit here. Oh, man, how do I want to do the last part? See, the only thing about this color is I don't think it's going to show text incredibly well. I do like the color, though. I'm wondering, block settings, background color. I generally like that to just be white. Borders, overlay. I'm going to add a white overlay. I like that. Now my dark text will stand out better, and I still get the same look and feel. Clone that one, and I'm going to import it down here. And this way,
I'm sending them to you. I'm sending it to you.
And then you'll notice I'm replicating the blocks too, because it brings all the same formatting in that I want to keep. Oh, but this is a lot more text than I thought we had left. Oh, she's got some connecting things though too. So let's take this big block. And I want to make that Montserrat. 24. It's kind of become her font through all this. I'm going to turn Rayanne into such a marketer.
That's awesome. Everything is sending to you for whatever reason. It's not coming out of my system quickly. I'll get it to you here in a few minutes, so we can address it maybe tomorrow or
I'm going to go ahead and finish the design pickle because I want everyone to see how easy that is when you have pictures.
Well, I'm trying to get it to you.
But it is really that simple. So, and I guess I'll finish it up. But Scott's going to send me those 2 images of him and John. I'm going to upload them here, just like I did the other files, and I'm going to hit done, and it will be ready for me. If not tomorrow, then the next day. And it's normally ready same day, but I have this bad habit of absolutely pushing their designers to the limits with these crazy long things. And since it is truly 101 tips. Like, dude. How many pages is that?
It all depends on how it's published. Could be, 10, 20, 30, 40. Not sure. For whatever reason, my system is not, it's just, I got spinning wheels to you. Sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why they're not getting there.
Because you're live. Whenever you're live, your internet is so heavy.
It's really possible.
That is long. So it might take them 2 days. But
that's fine.
That's
what give me a little time to get you more. Let's pop off of this.
Yeah.
And let me get you some more pictures and some more stuff so that we have even better stuff.
Cool. And I think what I'm going to do here on Rayanne's page is this is going to actually be her home page. It's just so comprehensive. I'll make the other one a landing page that says under the Start Here tab.
Okay.
So we'll have that as the home page, a Start Here tab. And I will probably narrow this down to just one with a Contact Me. And that will be her entire website. And the only reason for the contact or schedule, it'll be a schedule, contact, schedule, one of those. I'll add contact and I'll put her scheduling page. So it'll be a 3-page website where one is a landing page, one is a glorified sales page landing page, and one is the schedule now, and all other pages will not be seen unless she's driving traffic.
Awesome.
And that's her whole page built in pretty much end to end will be 3 hours total. That's it.
Nice. Awesome.
Awesome sauce. So let me come back over here. Like, I can never tell what's going on with the production. I should be a better production people. But thank you very much to Dwayne, who we're going to build out Friday. That way he can be live with us. I'm going to try to get everything ready. I want to build a really badass website tomorrow. Some landing pages, actually, like true funnel pages, because the guys already got a landing page. Let me see if I can even like preview it here. Samples. Boom. So this is one of the guys, and he is from my digital marketer group. And we, speaking of like helping people, once a month, we all get together and we do what's called an Engage It Forward, and everybody offers somebody something for free.
Nice.
And, we try to make it as cool as possible with keeping into what's possible, right? And what we all have time for. So somebody gives their consulting for free. Somebody will build, like they'll run SEO checks for free and audits and Google audits and walk somebody through their Google ads or whatever. And so I put this up there and I was like, I'll run it for you, just use our programs that we're working in and I'll build it out for free. And we're even going to touch in on the membership side, because when his kids sign up, he offers them like games and stuff on the back end. So
nice.
that into the dojo stuff, he's got this cool stuff they can access, and the parents could get in and say, here, try this, do this at home. What dojo does that? So let's expand that for him and make his business. Let's give him that next piece that makes him awesome.
Sounds like fun. Tomorrow will be a fun day.
And tomorrow I'm bringing my crown.
Okay.
Like for real, like boom. It's with my headphones with the microphone. Crown.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good.
And give me those images.
I'll get them to you as fast as I can. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk tomorrow.
Bye, guys.